Good morning, traders and investors. Roger Scott here. It's Wednesday, it's August 23rd, and it's about 7:42. The market's going to gear up to open up in about an hour and 18 minutes. I'm guessing somewhere around there. As you can see here, the Nasdaq is up about 25 points. The Dow is up about 63 points. I'm not being fooled by this at all. We've had a bunch of earnings come out, retail earnings. So far, Kohl's above estimates, Foot Locker below estimates, Advanced Auto Parts beats estimates, Bed Bath and Beyond, or Bed Bath and Body Works, or something like that, whatever it's called. I have it right here. Misses estimates. So it's been very, very mixed. One thing I will tell you so far is ADI, which is a semiconductor company. It came out, and Nvidia is coming out after the market closes. We're going to talk about it today. By the way, before I get too deep into this, and I have a habit of getting too deep into this, like our channel, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you follow these videos on YouTube, like our videos. Most importantly, subscribe to our Telegram channel. Go to rogerscott.com/Telegram or hit the link above or below. Most importantly, I've opened up my VIP room for the summer. Yay, no cost. This is a premium product. Come on in. The water's warm. It's Wednesday. It'll be available today at noon Eastern time. The link is above or below this video. Also, comment below this video. I will respond. All right, so Analog Devices is already down quite a bit, and we've got Nvidia coming out after the closing bell. So far, earnings, retail earnings have been mixed with a bias towards the downside. Now, the trend in ADI has been down. So the stock opened down, and it's pre-opening right now. It's extended hours. You could see right now that the stock is down right now at 164. It's right here. I would be very, very cautious trading the stock against the trend. The fact is, SMH, which is the semiconductor index, is going to take a little dump as a result of this. It was going up for 2 days as a result of Nvidia, but I think it's going to open slightly lower because of ADI. Also, keep your eye on the SMH sector today, because that's going to be very impactful. I can't speak this early in the morning. As a result of or type, obviously, Nvidia coming out with earnings. And I'm not liking the trading action on Nvidia yesterday. It hit an all-time high by like a hair, triggered all these stops right here, and then started going down, and it was down almost 3%. So I don't know what they're going to report, but I'm very, very curious. Now, looking at the Homebuilders, Homebuilders looks like they're creating a base here, and they look like they're bottoming out. It looks like we could get a little bit of an uptick, especially if today's new home sale prices are good. It's possible. It's possible. I'm not going to rule that out. And it looks like we're hitting support right here. It doesn't look like we're really below support. I mean, the trend line doesn't look like it's been broken too much, and we're overbought. So I'd like to give this another day or two to kind of see if it rallies above. On the other hand, retail, no. Retail is looking weaker, and retail looks like it's going to hit our support level here. I drew this a while back. I mean, we can draw another area right here, which has another layer of support. I'm just going for the big ones right here, and then there's another one right here. But you could see here there is some support here. We're oversold, but I don't know. This route here is a little too sharp for me to call this a bottom. I would be very cautious. And remember, earnings were not great. Kohl's up, Foot Locker down, AAP up, Bed Bath and Body Works, whatever it's called, moving down. Not good. Now, bond market. Bond market is, and you may have to watch this video twice. I have a lot to say today. Bond market finally looked like it's pivoted and moving higher. This will help technology and consumer discretionary stocks. It will. But again, earnings are the big factor right now, and earnings are going to overcome the bond market. And even when the bond market was going down, remember, stocks were going up. After they stopped going down, that's when the Nasdaq fell. So their correlation isn't 100% negative with each other in real time. It's just when interest rates get more yieldy, when there's more premium on interest rates, which means bonds go down, it tends to put more pressure on stocks. But look at the earnings today. You've got Nvidia after the close. You've got Abercrombie, Advanced Auto Parts, ADI, Autodesk, Bed Bath and Body Works, Foot Locker, which already come out, Kohl's, Peloton. I'll talk about Peloton in a minute too. Remember Peloton 3 years ago? Oh boy, oh boy. So again, I'm not liking retail. I'm liking home builders a little bit more. If we break this level, watch out from down below. But again, we may see a little bit of stability if, in fact, Nvidia earnings are better than expected, and if the earnings that already come out today are not going to drive the market crazy, which they could. Looking at the QQQ as a whole, you'll see that we're making this is now forming a downtrend. We're below support, and we're building a new trend line down. The way I see it from here, I mean, this trend line is broken, and this is a downtrend. And if you look at the S&P 500 momentum levels, this is the number of stocks above the 200-day moving average or the 50-day moving average. The route is going down. It's not going up. And I could assure you, I could promise you, on the Russell, on the Nasdaq, I probably should say, I should look at it beforehand, but I'm pretty confident it's moving in the same direction. You could see it right here. Long term, look at where we're at right now. I mean, we got a little bit of support here, but this is a momentum level. This isn't prices, and they're not going to hold as well. They don't respond as well to support and resistance momentum levels as they do, because this is just raw momentum. This is not prices. It's not based on any specific price levels, just whether they're above or below the 50-day moving average. So to me, it looks like we're going to continue moving lower. But what do I know, right? I've only been doing this for 30 years, almost 30 years. Now, let's take a look at a couple of things. Sectors. We talked a little bit about sectors last 24 hours ago, but I want to kind of give you an idea and to show you again where we're at. Energy, healthcare, blue chips, S&P 500 because of the blue chips. Consumer discretionary starting to come up, consumer staples. Look at retail, look at Russell, look at home builders, look at technology, look at real estate. So I wouldn't be gung-ho about this. I really wouldn't. Now, in the very near term, utilities, technology, energy, QQQ, that's because of Nvidia. But again, this is just the last day or two. This is just a couple of ticks. I'd like to go with a 3-week. It's a little further out, but not too far, if you know what I mean. And you could see really clearly in the last few weeks, energy, healthcare, blue chips, S&P, but not the S&P retail sector, not the home builder sector, definitely not the technology sector. So it's mostly energy, healthcare, consumer staples, some consumer discretionary, but you could see this is where the market cap is. Now, let's talk a little bit about what we can be expecting from global economy, and then I'll talk about one short, one long, and I'll give you some day trading picks for today. So trending, Nasdaq is up about 0.40% this morning. Nvidia is going to report after the close. Analog devices already reported. I'm going to guess by the fact that it's down near its swing lows that the numbers were worse than expected. We don't even have to guess. We could just check right here. Man, you can't stop me today. Look how fast I am. News. Misses. There we go. So yeah. I mean, there's no miracles out there. It's already down 7%. It doesn't usually beat numbers. So we already know how half of the story ends, right? It's not pretty. We got business activity, and we have home sales, existing home sales, and we have new home sales today. Existing home sales fell to a 6-month low. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Manufacturing survey rose, which means manufacturing and industrial still moving up. We're gearing up for Mr. Jerome Squirrely Powell, he's going to be speaking in 48 hours. I think he's going to say what we're doing is working, but we need to wait and see, and we're probably going to raise rates in November. The fact that we're going to raise rates in November is already at 37%, which means the market's going to be, and I think this number is going to go higher before November. We only have a 13% chance of a 25% basis point hike, which means it's not going to happen, and this number has been fairly stable. This number has been increasing. On the earnings, Nvidia, ADI, Snowflake, Autodesk, a lot of technology stocks. And again, some of them have already reported. Today, you've got building permits, new home sales. I want to see this, and crude oil inventories. I'm still very bullish on energy prices. Europe is keying off of U.S. They're waiting for Nvidia. Mining and healthcare stocks are leading the overall market higher. I don't know about U.S., but healthcare stocks are doing pretty good right now. Let's see here. Activity deepened. Let's see here. Eurozone business activity deepened considerably this month. Decline in Eurozone business activity. And same thing with China. Closed lower as investors maintain caution amid deepened crisis in the country's real estate sector, with numerous share buybacks announced failing to boost confidence. Japan closed higher as investors digested the country's business activity while eagerly awaiting results from Nvidia, which is coming out in about 7 or 8 hours or whatnot. Again, now I told you that energy and healthcare is the best sector right now. I told you retail is the worst, but let's look at stocks. Let's take a look at our stocks. All right, let's take a look at the cumulative, all right? So Nvidia is still leading. Nvidia is still leading. Obviously, I would not want to go into this because where we're at. I love Lilly right now because it's in the second strongest sector. It's bucking the trend, and it's doing really, really well, and it continues to make swing highs. I really like Lilly right now. I know it's a little bit expensive, but I like it. What are you going to do? I like EQT right now. I like ETN a lot right now, and I like Constellation Energy. So right now, if I was a betting man, I would put my money in CEG or ETN. CEG or ETN. Do not go into technology right now. Don't be a madman. Don't be a madman. Even if you're right, you could be wrong. I also like pharmaceuticals. I like West, ETN, CEG. I gave you 3 longs. These are all bucking the trend. I really like ETN. The trend on ETN. To the downside, oh boy, where do I begin? Sorry, let me just do this here the right way. To the downside, advanced auto parts. Oh, advanced auto parts. Let's see. And actually, they came out with earnings, so forget about advanced auto parts. I don't know how they did. Let's take a look, actually. AP, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, they're down to up 2%. Sorry, they closed, but they're up. So forget auto parts. Earnings. I forgot about the earnings. Still earnings on some of these. So right here, IFF. I don't think this rally is going to hold. Right here, DXC. This stock right here, DXC. I think the stock is going to come right back down. And I also think Dollar General is going to be coming down to about 150. But Dollar General has earnings, I believe, tomorrow, so you want to hold off. Seriously, stick with stocks that don't have earnings like DXC. DXC right here, I think it's going to come back from 20 back to 18. Now, day trading stocks, right? Day trading stocks. We like the day trading stocks. So, first one, AMC. That's right. Look at AMC. So, let's just go back here. AMC is now all the way at the bottom. Let's go to extended hours right here. Let's go to one-day chart. It's coming up. I want to see the stock come up off of its lows. And what I'd really like to do is I'd like to see if it starts bucking the trend second half of the day, if it starts coming back up to 255. If this thing comes back up to 255, I'm going to go long. All right? But again, it's got to come back to 255. That's a tall order. Now, next one is APLS. Notice the stock down here. Let me just show you. It's moving up. I want to see the stock come right back down. So what I want to see the stock break down right here below this level. I want to see the stock here. I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see the stock. It's at 39. I want to see it break below 36. If the stock can break below 36 or 32, it will go back down. I'm looking for down move. 36, then 32 to the downside. Next one is Foot Locker. The stock is down. I want to see the stock trade above 1758, 1760, above. Next one is Peloton. Let's see here. We don't want to touch this one. We just don't want to touch it. It's moving down, and I think it's going to implode. And that's it. Those are it. We also have ADI. ADI already came out with earnings, and the trend is, in this case, here, I'll tell you exactly what I would do. I tell you exactly how I would play this. I would play ADI. If it's now, and Nvidia starts coming out, rallying towards the end of the day, you may see this happen. Right here. You see this right here? 170. If AMD trades above 170, you want to be long AMD. You really want to be long AMD because it's going to fill this gap. So AMD above 170. It's at 164 now. You may not get hit on any of them, but if you do get hit on some of them, like AMD, it can really, really rally. Before I let you guys go, Folks, today is the day. I get the story behind Jeffrey Turnmeyer pouring $200,000 of his family's hard-earned money into just one asset. Take a picture of that facial expression. I thought he was crazy. I still think he's a little crazy, but I mean, we all are, right? But Jeffrey says he's going to prove me dead wrong. I love being proven dead wrong. In fact, he says most lucrative opportunity in the market is about to open up. I got my greasy paws ready. And it has everything to do with the asset that Jeffrey put $213,000 of his money into. Can you imagine? Click the link below. It's happening at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right after my VIP room. Don't miss out. I'll see you guys there. Have a great day. Bye.